Do open houses work? Absolutely yes. Now look, I get it. Not all sellers want open houses, and that's fine. We still sell homes without open houses. But today I want to talk about all the great reasons why open houses absolutely increase your exposure and sales price. So let's jump right in. The number one reason why I'm a big fan of open houses is buyer convenience. Look, most folks these days like to start the process of buying anything on their own. Whether it's doing some research on the internet, talking to their friends a little bit about it. And during that process, buyers like convenience and they don't like to be hassled. The buyers that are out there looking online, they might be on Realtor.com or our website or Zillow, and there's a home they're interested in and they see that, oh wow, this Saturday it's open from 12 to 4 and I can just pop by and I don't have to call a salesperson and jump through all these hoops. And that just makes it easy. And guess what? When your home is up for sale, you have competition with the other homes that are on the market and definitely with new construction. New construction makes it easy for buyers. They're open 7 days a week, they're just perfectly staged and clean, and they generally have nice warm cookies waiting for you also. So just keep in mind that an open house just makes it more accessible to buyers. It just makes it easier for them to get in, see your home, fall in love with your property. Reason number 2 is buzz. When it comes to showing your home, nothing beats having a bunch of people through your home at the same time, coming and going. Now slow down. I know what you're thinking. Hey, I don't want 100 people in my house at once. And I get it. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about there's a couple parties in there, and as the next buyer's coming to look, the other buyer's leaving, and that situation creates FOMO, fear of missing out. So now all of a sudden, whereas a buyer could have seen the house as a private tour and would have had no idea there was so much interest, now all of a sudden is visually experiencing all the interest in your property. There's more buzz and there's energy, and they're saying, hey, if I'm gonna do something, I better do it sooner than later because there's a lot of other people here and they might pull the trigger before me. When it comes to open houses, we at the Rob Jensen Company in the past have even stepped it up a notch by either having a food truck out front, so people can stop by, see the house, and maybe grab a snack afterwards. Makes it a little more fun, a little more memorable, and just attracts more attention. And we've even taken it to a much higher level of event marketing, where we have a fully catered event with entertainment and art and musicians and just the whole thing to just make it a spectacular evening. It's really memorable and allows the buyers to really try on the house, see what it feels like to entertain friends and family there, and just creates a memorable night and excitement. And hey, maybe there's a couple buyers there that love it and now they've got that FOMO kicking in and they're gonna be itching to write an offer fast. And number 3 is seller convenience. When it comes to selling luxury homes, the home has to be ready to show and all set up before every single showing, which includes getting the lights on and the waterfalls going and music on. And generally, if the home's occupied, the family's got to get up and get the kids and get the dogs and go for a ride or go to the park so the buyers can come see the home in peace without the owners around. So an open house can be fantastic because on a typical weekend, a popular home might have 5 or 6 showings. For every single showing, that seller's got to get everything ready, put away the kid toys, make sure any dirty dishes are all put in the dishwasher, and move out and then come back. So there's, on a weekend, you might get a lot of showings where you're coming and going and coming and going. Whereas an open house, you just got to get the house ready once. You go off with the family, for lunch and some ice cream and a little adventure. And when you get back, maybe there's been not just the 4 or 5 showings, but now there's been 10 showings because of all those other reasons we've talked about. You've had the people on the internet that saw it and the neighbors that saw it, and all of a sudden you had more showings in a shorter window, and now you can enjoy the rest of your weekend in peace. And a valid concern that some homeowners have is theft. And I always recommend that you lock up all your valuables, even for a regular showing that's not an open house. And perhaps you have a really large home and there's just a lot of valuables around, and in those situations, we're gonna have more than one person at your property anyways, just to help keep an eye on everything. And last but not least, what about the naysayers that say open houses don't work? Whether it's the real estate agent that just says they don't sell homes, or the homeowner that says, oh, that's just a way for a real estate agent to get more clients. Well, I'm here to tell you they absolutely do work. We have sold our own listings by hosting an open house where a buyer has come into the property and bought it. I have friends in the business that have had similar results. And as far as the people that come in and sign up in our sign-in book, well, guess what? They go on our email list and they get invited to future open houses. So maybe the open house we did 8 weeks ago, that buyer now gets an email with your house and they come to your open house and buy it. So when it comes to home selling tips, an open house is just part of the full marketing package with professional photos, direct mail, brochures, the internet, open houses, for sale signs. It's all designed to get your home exposed to the highest number of qualified buyers, which is the only way you're going to get the highest price in the shortest amount of time. We at the Rob Jensen Company specialize in selling luxury homes in Las Vegas. So if you'd like to put our marketing prowess to work for you, give us a call at 702-442-1150 or shoot me an email, rob@robjensen.com.